Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy holidays. Here we go. First, I just want to say that I have my beautiful pups in the room and I have this window that they constantly stare at. So if somebody walks by or a dog walks by, they are going to bark like crazy. So I will hopefully have the good energy in the room for them not to do that, but you never know. So there you go there. Yes, happy Monday, Life Coach Catalyst, Tammy Ward coming in. I thank you so much for being here. And as you know, I have been wanting to speak on boundaries. I always speak about boundaries throughout the holiday season. And the reason for that is because oftentimes we get a little divided in where we should hold things. So I believe in the beginning I did boundaries around time. Then I did boundaries around energies. And today I want to talk about boundaries around the answers that you give and what that means. Now, before we get started, I want you all to know that, hello, Alicia. Alicia, I hope I'm saying that right. How are you? Good morning. Welcome, or afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Thank you for joining me. The reason why I want to talk about boundaries around the answers that we give is because oftentimes a lot of people don't understand that boundaries are really just choices. In my life coaching style, I definitely help guide my clients into seeing that boundaries are the choices that we give, ourselves and to others. It's telling others like, hey, this is not right. This is not how I want to be treated. I don't appreciate that. And then so you set a boundary saying, we're not going to talk about this. And those are just choices that you make. And answers are the same thing. Now, as you guys know, usually how we answer things are yes, no, or maybe, right? I mean, that's pretty much the three. Whatever it may be, that's pretty much the three that we give all the time. And I wanted to go into that a little bit. And so I wrote some things down, and I have some quotes from some spiritual guides that I follow as well. And so I'll share them with you. But anytime throughout this, if you want to comment, if you want to have a better clearing understanding of it, please let me know. With the Saturn and Jupiter connection, we are all connected right now. We are all at this highest vibrational energy. And receiving this message is for you today. That's the whole reason why you saw this, the whole reason why you clicked in, because this is something that you need to hear. So please take that in with me. I am also channeling, so sometimes things don't just exactly come from me. It also comes from above and out to you, in hopes that this will continue to give you love and unconditional love and limitless ideas. All right, so when we're saying yes, you're basically you've accepted, right? When we say yes to something, yes, you are accepting it. This is just what it is. Yes, I want to eat that pizza. You've accepted to eat that pizza. Yes, I want to stay in this bad relationship. You have accepted to stay in the bad relationship. Hello, Carrie. Nice to see you here, Carrie Lynn. Thank you for joining. So when you say yes and staying in bad relationships, you have accepted that bad relationship. That's what it is when you say yes. If you say yes to a healthier you, you must accept the healthier you. So when you accept the healthier you, you're accepting everything that you're choosing and deciding to set boundaries on that you will not allow, right? Because you've accepted it because you said yes. If you stay in the bad relationship, it's the same thing. You have just set a boundary of what you will accept into your life, and that is that. When you answer it's almost like when you answer the phone, right? If your phone pings, it's a friend, and you're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to talk to this person, right? You automatically know. You accept whatever conversation that's going to be happening. You've accepted it. You've said yes. And so you have to understand, whenever you answer yes to something, you've already accepted it. You've already said, yes, I'm going to wear these pair of jeans today and I'm going to rock them. You've accepted that. You've set a boundary on the limit of how people perceive you, because you're like, yes, I am looking good. So by doing so, that acceptance will just bleed out onto others, and that it will just come back to you, because that's just how it is. You've accepted. There's no gray. It is what it is. And then if you go into the reverse cycle and you say no to something and you answer something with a no, well, then that's the understanding that you don't want something, right? That's the understanding that Your no's don't, no's are no's. You don't think about it anymore. It's done because you've said no. That's it. I've said no. I've said no to this bad relationship. I've said no to that pizza, right? You fully understand the reason of why you say no, plain and simple. You have understood that whatever you said no does not belong in your life. So you set that boundary. The phone rings. It's a friend. No, I don't want to answer. You set boundaries to not allow whatever person you don't want to hear from come into you. You don't want that energy. You don't want that thing to happen. You say no to it. Plain and simple. You know this. You know this like you know, like you know, like you know. You understand that this is the process. If you say no to your kids, you've understand that that's the no to your kids. Everybody just see that aura that just passed by? Oh, I hope someone saw that. That was beautiful. And that's the thing about it. You understand the reasons why you say no, so you say no to it. And that boundary part of saying no is the fact that you are no longer, I ain't gonna do it. You're no longer allowing that to happen. That's it. You've understood it. You've put your foot down. That's done. What's done is done. It's just like in the sense of whenever you are walking somewhere and you're just having your me time, and say perhaps an old friend comes up and you see them come up, and then you kind of like go around the other way because you automatically know that you understand the reasoning of why and what is what and what, right? It's done. So saying yes is just accepting it. You've already accepted, you said yes. Saying no is you understand that the reasons of why you want to say no. So those are the boundaries that you've set on each thing. Now the maybes, that's where we get a little bit tricky, right? The maybes is that biggest blind spot, right? The maybes are our biggest blind spot because it takes awareness for the maybe. It takes awareness. And the fact that maybes are basically, if you think about them, they're ideas, peoples, and situation, right? Maybes are like, I don't hate it, I don't love it, but it's manageable, right? I don't hate this person, I don't fully love this person, but it's manageable. And then you go into the thing of that you're aware that this person is not for you. You're aware that this person may not be the best fit for you. You're aware that, your awareness in the maybes, when your answer is maybe, is that you're not yet aware of what your authentic self is saying. We've already established that you accept the yes, you understand the no, and the maybes are just indecisions, right? The awareness, being aware, the awareness shows you this is something that you're unsure about, right? When you say maybe, you're unsure of why you're not accepting it and why you don't completely understand it. But the maybe is indecisive. So you have to be able to set boundaries on those maybes, is to understand the boundaries within yourself. What are you holding yourself back from saying yes? What are you not sure of that you're not saying no? And what are the boundaries that you can place of your awareness to make it not indecisive anymore, right? To make it, you see the phone ring, it's the friend, and you're like, maybe I should answer, but I know that this may not go well. So, right? And then you don't even know what to do because you're indecisive of what's happening. The awareness is the maybe, right? The awareness is all about the maybe. And if you really want to break it down, maybes kind of are no's, right? I mean, if you think about something, whenever we have to have the strengths, right, to say no. We have to have the strengths to say yes. And when we say the maybe, where's our strength coming from? We're not really so sure. You have to rise to that high level of authenticity to be able to put either a stamp of yes or a stamp of no on something. So when the maybes come up, that's the awareness, and you have to be aware that something's not right. Something that's happening is not evolving the way that it should. And where are the boundaries? What are the boundaries that you need to place on something to be able to make it a yes or a no? And those are the awareness. You know, I heard someone say one time, it was they said it in the sense of, in we're talking about what can liberate you, what can set you free, what boundaries what boundary can you place to be able to just let it all go, right? And what the person said is, the indecision is a harder state because it compels you to row your boat between two opposite streams. And that's the maybe right there. So here you are, you're indecisive of whether you should say yes or whether you say no, so you just say maybe. When you already know that it's a no, you just have to find the boundary to understand the no. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. That's what I wanted to come and share with you today. The boundaries in our answers, and how to set boundaries around ourselves and the people and the places and the etc., 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 to be able to accept your yeses, right? Accept the boundaries that you need to place, so that way you can make sure that yes is like, you accept it. That's it. Like, you have no one else to blame but yourself. You have no one else to pick on or judge or anything else, because you said yes and that's it. Done, right? And then the understanding of the no. You know, when you truly can release yourself and let go of things and forgive, you understand why you're saying no to something. You know why you're saying no. It's just not there. The feeling, the energy, everything's just not there to say no. And that is like profound, right? And then the maybes, the indecisiveness, the unsurety, the hate it, love it, I don't know, it's manageable, right? Those things are the things that you have to know, you have to understand and be aware of, aware that you're doing, aware that there is something missing, because the inability to be able to say yes or no needs to be there. And there you go. I hope this serves you guys. Yeah, I mean, peace be with all of you. If you want to know a little bit more about this, or just have some questions that you didn't feel comfortable sharing here, please DM me. Let's have a talk about it. Let's come together. Let's chat about it. Let's figure out where your boundaries are missing in your life and what we can do to get there. No time like the present to invest in yourself and be able to do that. So, and if you're watching the replay, comment below. I take a look and I watch these replays back just to make sure that I'm able to be here for you and answer the things that you need. Because you're a part of this page for a reason. You came onto this page to be able to find meaning, to be able to find community, to be able to find something. You're not searching anymore, right? You're no longer searching because you wanted into this Facebook group. You're no longer searching of what you should do. You're searching for the indecisions of the boundaries that you need to make to know if it's going to be a yes or it's going to be a no. All right, my loves, happy holidays. Happy joy to you today. If you have the chance, sit with yourself. Ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for? And know that there are tons of us out there that are able to help guide you and serve you, so that way you can be at your highest vibrational self. Thank you again. I love you guys. Life Coach Tammy Ward here. Embrace life boldly. As always, if you do anything in the world, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly. Until next Monday. Bye.